Since the 1920s, a floating landmark has carried passengers throughout the interior of this country. But finally, she's come to rest. In Tennessee, no less. Yeah, the Delta Queen is now moored in Chattanooga as a boutique hotel. And Ken Wilshire went down to meet the royal lady in person.
While her powerful paddle wheel no longer churns its way through our interior waterways, by no means is she dead in the water. She's still alive and doing well. However, after more than 80 years of dedicated service and thousands upon thousands of miles under her keel navigating America's rivers, the majestic Delta Queen is taking a well-deserved leave of absence. You might say she's received orders for a little shore duty. She's the only remaining boat of her kind in the world. Her steel hull was laid in the 1920s, but it's her beautiful wooden superstructure that took the steam out of her engines and brought her to port. Current federal maritime regulations will not allow wooden construction like hers for passenger-carrying craft. So while she's taking a rest, she's serving as a place to rest for thousands of visitors to the Chattanooga riverfront. You see, she's been converted into a hotel. Julie Dotson is marketing director for the Delta Queen Hotel, which is moored at the city's Coolidge Park Landing.
She was a historic vessel. She is now anchored and a permanent, spot, and she is a hotel.
Her illustrious career began in Northern California, where she offered luxurious overnight accommodations to passengers traveling between Sacramento and San Francisco. When World War II broke out, she immediately joined the United States Navy as a commissioned auxiliary ship, providing floating barracks and ferry service for sailors in the San Francisco Bay Area. Following the war, she was purchased by the Green Line steamers and then moved from the West Coast to Pittsburgh. From here, she began cruises on the Ohio and Mississippi, as well as a majority of their tributaries. She's steeped in history and has more stories to tell than a salty old sailor. But this elegant lady is full of grace and charm. She welcomes you with warmth and comfort, treats you like a princess or president, entertains you with food, music, and conversation, and provides a setting for nothing but relaxation.
We do have 88 cabins on board. We have anything from a deluxe queen and king to bunk cabins, which of course the kids love. We have standard with 2 twin beds, so a lot of our older tour groups like those. You can come on board, you can eat here, you can have a private dinner in the Orleans room downstairs. You really never have to leave.
Her staterooms and cabins are comfortable and cozy, but there are no televisions, phones, or internet connections. She's bedecked in rich exotic woods, Tiffany glass, shiny brass, and of course the trademark sound of a true river steamboat, a 100-year-old calliope.
You should really enjoy the calliope sounds coming from steamboats coming down river. And this is one of the first ones installed with a remote keyboard. It's 1960 on the Delta Queen. It's just got a fascinating sound. But not with these fingers.
But to fully understand the Queen's significance and why she's a National Historic Landmark, you simply have to take a tour of the boat. Ed Frazier is one of the many volunteers who help us get to know the Queen and what she means to us all.
These are the original engines to the Delta Queen. She has 2 of them. This is your accelerator right here. They would basically turn this to turn the steam, to actually open the steam valves to the engines, and the Delta Queen could move at that point. The most interesting thing is the technology of this. This is all original technology. Forward, reverse. Everything else is done from the pilot house as far as steering the boat.
This is the original paddle?
This is the original paddle wheel for the Delta Queen. The paddle wheel shaft, the boards, and all the ironwork you see on it weigh 36 tons, and it's the only propulsion this boat has.
She's certainly a spirited lady. And speaking of spirits, if you're on board and hear someone walking the decks, and there's no one there, it's just Captain Mary Green.
The Green family owned the Delta Queen for many, many years, and Mary was the first female captain. So she lived on this boat, she loved this boat, and she did die on the boat. She had a lengthy illness and then passed away in cabin 109. So we have a lot of people ask for that cabin. We have a lot of people ask not to be in that cabin, but she appears in strange ways, but her presence is definitely here.
Well, I guess it is comforting to have someone like Captain Green on eternal watch. In so many ways, she's a symbol of our freedom and given us the opportunity to go places and to meet people from tiny backwater towns to major American cities and all the beautiful sights in between. But she was built to be underway. And while she's ship-shape, squared away, watertight, and ready to ring up full speed ahead, this grand lady has to hold back the steam and entertain her new guest while her younger peers leave her in their wake.